Hey guys, another video for the English Friendly Japan playlist. For families coming to live in Japan, of course, schools are very important. So on the English Friendly directory, we have a category for universities and schools. And this is the first in a series of videos on that topic. Please have a listen to this.
We are Reggio Emilia inspired school. Reggio Emilia is actually the name of a city in Italy, and their public early childhood centers are considered the best in the world. My background, when I did my master's degree, was Reggio Emilia approach, and of course English as a second language for young children, and internship in a Reggio school in the United States. Reggio Emilia, basically what it's all about is, traditional classroom. You have a teacher who, the idea is a teacher holds a whole lot of knowledge that these young children don't know yet, right? So the teacher's duty then is to hand down this knowledge to these children who don't know much yet. But we're saying that's not really the way things work. That kind of stuff, facts and knowledge, is of course important. Skills even more important, right? But what we want to do is we want to meet the children, especially these young ones, whose world works very differently from ours. Like time, things like that, is a completely different animal. So we are coming into their world as visitors and as helpers, and saying we pay attention to the children, we watch them, we listen to them, we talk about them with each other, with parents, and we think, what are they thinking, what are they interested in, what do they know? We keep notes on all these things. And then we think about, okay, this child is very interested in maps, or in this case, these children have been doing a long project on water and how water moves. And we say, all right, well, how can we bring science and math and language and some literacy, art, everything? How can we bring this to them to learn more about maps or more about water? So that the topic itself is not entirely important. It is very important, essential to the children, right? But all of the skills and stuff, we don't use any workbooks or anything like that, right? We want to bring at the relevant time, the skills that can be put to use in a real life situation that is important personally to the child. And that way, they remember, right? Idea is that we all have different strengths and weaknesses. In a traditional school, the focus is on speaking, reading, writing, math. Everything else is not as important. So we're saying that's not the case. All of them are equally important and valuable in society. Everything children do, and they're drawing, they might do, you see children all the time do a little skip or a dance or something. This is all communication, right? They're communicating how they feel. When they're doing this kind of thing, they're also communicating. At this age, they're just, they're experimenting with scribbles. They start doing circular movements. We're always asking them, oh, you're making something really nice. I like what you're making. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? And eventually, they start seeing things, right? They didn't plan to draw it beforehand, but oh, it's mama. Right. It's almost always the first thing. Every child, almost always, it's mama or me, one or the other. And then it grows to other things. And so we encourage this constantly. We're asking them who wants to paint, who wants to sit down. All the materials are available. And not because we want to do art, it's because we want them to be communicating. And then when they do, we ask them what it is, and then we write down what they say and put it on the paper so that they're seeing their own words in print, right? And so that they're seeing that print is a useful thing, that it can show what I'm thinking and feeling. And so, unsurprisingly, around 3 years old or so, they start their own attempts at writing just lines and things like that. And they're on their way to full literacy growth. We work very closely with parents. We often have parents in here with us, and we ask them even to participate in the planning process and things like that, because we want to have a shared understanding of the children. So we meet once every semester. We have 3 semesters in the year. We have a group meeting with the parents to talk about a topic of child raising. For example, one of the obvious is English. You know, English as a second language for my child whose first language is still developing. What should we be doing? What shouldn't we be doing? And it's not like we're telling them. We're saying, what are your concerns? What are your questions? Let's look at this together. Or discipline, or those kinds of things.
Yeah. Yep. Very good. Thank you very much for explaining that.
Sure.
Thank you very much. The atmosphere at that school was really great, guys, I've got to tell you. So anybody who's interested in a school for their kids in Japan, I highly recommend researching into these guys some more and talking to these guys, because they're a really worthwhile school. Very nice place to be. Anyway, hope you found that useful. More videos coming soon.